This is Divine Sunshine, your soul transformational specialist, coming to you with an urgent message. Today came to me early. I wanted to get up here earlier. However, I had a meeting I had to go to, and Spirit started putting a headache on me. And it was like, I told you to give them the message for today. So I am jumping on here very quickly and giving you the message. I had two things this morning. The divine feminine energies wants to be in the place of having steady love. She's got to hold steady. They're saying right now with the divine feminine energies, that means rather you in the male or in the female, saying the divine feminine energies is the one who is holding up the union. They said it very clearly. And it says, because again, is this undecisiveness and some things that we got to clear that's attaching itself spiritually and emotionally. The divine masculine energies right now is having, the song came to me, which was hungry like a wolf, meaning that, again, they're hungry. They're getting to the point that they are actually hungry about this, getting out of the situation. I'm on a hunt and say, I'm after you. So they are really setting their sights on the divine feminine energies, or that's love, or the divine counterpart. That is where they are. So the divine masculine, no matter how it looks on the surface, underneath, they want this. Okay. They are hungry for it. The issue is with them. And I read a book and it was interesting that I did with the kids. And we were reading a book. It's talking about the wolf who lacked self-control. It's the thing of self-control. You know how you kind of want something so badly to the point that when you want it, it's like you're like a bull in a china shop. This is kind of like this energy that the divine masculine energy has got to learn how to be able to reel it in and to bring it in. And so this is where the divine masculine is in his energy, which is this ram, this Ariesness, I guess, again, because Aries, we are known for warning and saying things and throwing caution to the wind. And so it's a kind of a Mars, Aries kind of action or energy that's kind of underlying, that's dealing with this. And they're giving me signs. This is interesting. Astrology wise, it's kind of like some Gemini-ish kind of stuff where we got two different, hey, charm, we got two different energies that collide. It could be Gemini and Sagittarius, which the moon is in Sagittarius again. So we got these kind of conflicting kind of energies coming from the divine feminine energies. And the divine feminine energies has got to fall in line. I almost started to title it, Divine Feminine is all your fault why we're not in union. And that's the energies, not because you're female, but the energies, this emotional stuff and this spiritual stuff, we still got to clear. It's still the forgiveness thing that's going on. It's still the instant replaying. Some of the things are ancestral. Some of the things are from the past. Some of these things is just like, we just cannot, it's an impasse. We're kind of at an impasse about it. And it's saying if we can break through that, we will be ready for this union. Now that good union again is, and I'm just going to talk about it because pretty much it's with the person. But again, you know that it's always about you with yourself. So the divine feminine energies right now, your main objective is to have this steady love. What does it mean? Because it kept on playing India Ari song, Steady Love. You know, you got to be steady in about the things that you want. You want to be steady about how to steady loving about things. Divine feminine energies, and let's really be very 100 about it. Divine feminine energies, we run hot and cold. Depending on what is being presented to us and being shown to us, we'll be all in. And then if someone shows us something else, we retract and we go back and we go back and we be cold. This is something, right? Thank you, Charm. This is something, hey, Kia, this is something in which we got to get a hold of. That's why I keep on saying steady love. Steady love. Ooh, steady love. We got to have a steady love and consistency in everything that we do. That's even with me, like even with this channel or something. You could be saying to me, you got to be steadily putting out the content. You got to be consistent. Okay. That could be anything. Like I say, it don't have to be about loving someone. You need to be thinking in your mind, where is it that I'm not being consistent? And it's pretty much that's telling us we're not being consistent across the board in our divine feminine energies across the board in every area. This is what they're showing me. For the divine masculine energies, the thing is again, if you're going to be that hungry like a wolf, then you've got to be that hunger in everything that you do. Because if you match up the divine feminine energies with the divine masculine energies, and it's us as females or males, we've got to be on the hunt. We got to be after that thing. We got to be steadily right there with it. So really, to tell you the truth, these two energies that they're telling me about right now are the two energies that we really got to be dealing with. We got to be hungry like a wolf for it in our masculine and our leadership. And then we got to have that steady love for everything. Everything that we want, we pour in love into. And we got to truly love that thing and not be hot and cold about it. This is what they keep on telling me. It's a hot and cold element. Soon as something shows, we retract. I pulled just a couple of cards for the divine feminine energies right now while we have that again. Yes, this is your soulmate. This goes back again to what I was talking about for the divine feminine energies. I think the last time I had pulled was about this. This is yes. Yes, whatever this is resonating in your soul, is aligned with your soul. Again, so why would you need steady love with it? Because if this is the yes, or this is a hell yes that you are signing up for, and you're saying, yes, this is what it is, then we've got to go all in, and we got to be steady about how we are putting forth our actions and our reactions to something. Okay. Again, it keeps on, these separation card is coming up again for the divine feminine. So in the divine feminine energies here, you've got to separate again from this feeling about this steady love. If you're not going to be steady about it, then what's stopping you is, one, because of some kind of way you're doing it because of honor. I think it's the honor of the role of the divine feminine. As far as you got a thing there, divine feminine energies feeling that, hey, I'm the divine feminine. It's a certain part of things in my role that I'm supposed to be an aspect as being a divine feminine, and I'm think that needs to go along with that as being a divine feminine. Some of that stuff is the role of, I'm the victim, I was hurt, those things. Those are the things I can't so my piece about this, but I'm keeping it 100. I mean, those are the things that, again, and as a divine feminine, what's the things you've been doing that you just been saying you've been honored to? I'm going to play the role, and this is what you are committed to doing. And, really, you shouldn't be committed to these things, okay? As a divine feminine, there's some things in there you've been playing the martyr. You've been putting other people before you. You have not been putting your needs in it. You have been playing the, I got a better word, lack of, damsel in distress, when you really could be getting yourself out the situation, your own self. You don't need anybody else to do that. You don't need that. I'm in this situation because of this person, XYZ. I'm in this position because of this. So that's another thing that they're saying. You got to separate from those things that no longer serve you, because of those things help you to stay in the comfort zone. They're showing me a jar with like a flea. Spirit is saying now we're getting to the point where we're taking off these limitations. And some of us in our divine feminine energies are still in a lack of thereof, because of, we blame it's because of spirit, or it's something that's going on with us emotionally. And this is why we're in the position that we're in. Okay, so again, in order for us to understand that, I'm looking at the soulmate card. It's not even just about the person, but it's a coming together and understanding that you need one energy to serve the other. The divine feminine, the divine masculine energies have the power to unlock each other. Each one has a key to each other. The other day I had gotten to the point, and I said I had seen so much in, these glasses are dirty. I had seen so much in family dynamics where it's always been shown a lot of times for the divine feminine, where the divine feminine is saying, I don't need the man. I don't need him. I don't need him. And I remember seeing one time on Facebook, somebody had mentioned and say, it's not that I need you because I love you. It's a difference. Now, I don't need you because of codependency. I need you in my life because I love you. You're my icing to my cake. And some of us have got to kind of get to that point to understand that this person does hold the key to you. This person does unlock you. And to admit that. I think a lot of times that's one of the parts of the things that's stopping us from having that union because of this. Is like, man, in the 3D world, I ain't supposed to need no man, not in the way that I'm talking about it, in the way you think it is, not that 3D needing. But again, with us being divine, there's some things and some roles and some stuff that's going to occur and needs to happen. And your counterpart's energy, rather it's within yourself or outside of yourself, is needed. And we have to come to that point because some of that is they're bringing to me is part of the thing that's stopping us from union. From that, I don't need you. What kind of message is that kind of really sending? Think about it. And I'm not talking about that one like, I can't breathe without you. I don't know my name without you. You know that different, that clingy, needy stuff. But it's like, it's okay to say yes. It would be a nice compliment to have you in my life. That's one thing to understand that. The next thing, kid, is also saying chaos and conflict. That's what I said again about that separation. It's a conflict and a chaos going on in this divine feminine energies that we got to kind of get together. Whatever it is that we're doing, divine feminine energies, we're playing ourselves small. We say we want this freedom. Hey, Southern Belle, we say we want this freedom. But we are playing ourselves small in the way and how we're going to go about it. That's why I said it's either we're all in or we all out. That's like what I was saying in that meeting I had today. We either in or we out. Give me the answer, yes or no. We done been at this for 5 years. Either these people is for what we doing or they ain't. And so this is where we need to say steady love. If we're going to do this, let's be steady in everything that we do. Hey, Kelly. Steady love. I love everything. I pour in this love energy to everything, and it's steady. Keep it steady. Stop pushing one foot in and one foot out, one toe in, one foot out. That's what Spirit is saying. We are not steady about it. We want the steady love, but us is the divine feminine energies. Those of us that want that, you understand that again, you're the leadership. You got to come into acceptance of that too. And then have steady love about that, okay, I'm in the role of leadership between this dynamic of the two of us. And I've got to love that too. That's another thing that we kind of fed ourselves into, to not love the role that we in, not love that we are the divine feminine or the divine goddess, that we are a lot of these things, so within, so without. That means if it's within and the divine feminine energies is housed, it has all the stuff that goes on the inside of us. And so without, then that means that the divine feminine energies is the ones that's taking the lead. Everything else follows in suit after the divine feminine. It don't say so without, so within. Outside stuff is the divine masculine. So true. Divine masculine is domain is on the outside in the world. Divine feminine in domain is on the inside. It's in the divine feminine. That's her domain. So if it says so within, so without, then that means that the divine feminine energy is in the lead, is it not? So we have to come to the point that we got to have that come to Jesus moment where we like, okay, this is my role. Now, if I'm not having that steady love like Spirit had brought to me this morning, doesn't that mean on the outside, my outside world is not going to be steady love? It's going to be doing this. Ain't going to be no steadiness to it. So that's the same thing, just like, again, if I'm not doing this and my outside world is doing all this waving stuff, the same thing the divine masculine is going to be doing. Wavy. Now, the divine masculine energy is saying, hey, I want to do this. They say I'm hungry like a wolf. But the issue is, again, back to that children's book that Spirit had brought to me that I had read to the kids for their social and emotional learning. That you think they have to learn and get in line with the divine masculine energies is the self-control. We've been saying for the beginning, all of us, from all these readers from the beginning when I started 4 going on 5 years of doing this channel, that we've gotten to the point, the divine master, we've always said he's on the fence. We always say with the divine masculine, what else is he? He got addiction problems. He got sex problems. He don't come up with the divine masculine energies. And that can be the female or the male. So I'm not stipulating and putting a stigma on just one. This is what we said across the board. What does that all boil down to? Self-control, right? So this is where, again, he's hungry. He's at this point. I've seen from the titles when I do go through the YouTube, everybody's saying the same thing. The divine masculine energy is ready. He's saying he's ready. Will you marry me? I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do all this stuff. So then you're saying, well, what's the holdup then? His self-control. Self-control also are the things on the outside, controlling themselves of how they're acting and reacting to things. That's one thing that the divine masculine has got to deal with, how he's also listening to others. To me, self-control means having control of self. That means I can't have friends talk to me and tell me what I need to do. I can't be in a position of saying because of systems put in place in the 3D with such as marriage or the things of how I'm supposed to be a role as be in a position as a person who administrator, a director, or a manager because of a system. This is the way I'm supposed to act. Or in a family as well. This is supposed to be the way I'm supposed to act. I need to have self-control over self. This is where the divine masculine is. He's hungry. But see, when you're hungry like that, you got to watch it because you know you're hungry like that. You get anything. You're like, child, I'm hungry. Just give me that bag of Doritos. Now, you know you on a diet. You ain't got no business messing with no daggone Doritos. But you like, child, I'm hungry. Just give me something. Even when you have those moments and you're on a diet, you know you got to control. Say, yeah, that's thank you. I know you're trying to help me out with the bag of Doritos, but I can't have that. I need to have me my celery sticks or my carrots or whatever it is that I have, and I'm fine with that. I'll wait till I get home till I eat me something proper, although I got this hunger headache, but I'm not going to deal with that. This is where you need to be. The divine masculine energies on the outside, in the world, in the material world. He's got to get to that point to be hungry, which is great, which means you're passionate about what you want to do. You got this drive now. The drive the divine masculine didn't have before. But now he has this drive to want to do this. And so in having this drive to want to do this, there's a need for self-control. So here it is. The divine masculine energies is calling in for these things that he wants to match up with his soul. So rather that's you as the divine feminine energies or the counterpart or the cohort, rather it's these things that he's saying, I want to manifest and get out this marriage, or I want to manifest and get out these things. He is calling these things to match his soul in alignment with his soul's desire, which would be his heart's desire. So he's doing that. He's saying right now in his mindset, it's very soon. So clearly very soon, two things got a fork in the road. He's got to get in his mindset, and that's why he needs to work with the divine feminine energies. That's where your role comes in, being steady. Because again, if he's in a decision and he's trying to make a decision very soon, what he needs to do, you've got to hold, like Spirit said, steady love. You got to be steady. You got to be that anchor. You can't be wavery. Like that thing at the car dealership. Soon as wind comes, it's all over the place. Can't be that. Okay? At the car dealership. Soon as you feel yourself, I feel I'm like I'm in doing car dealership mode. Let me stand like the Statue of Liberty. Be the Statue of Liberty. Which is again standing for freedom. Because this is underlined right now. I feel in this May 20th energies, it's a breaking of karma, is this a breaking of change of also freedom is wanted, very much so from the divine feminine and from the divine masculine. But right now it's for divine masculine because he wants freedom from this material world, what's going on in the outer. So desire, and also these things are coming very soon. For the divine masculine energies within all of us, our manifestation power is coming much faster. If you've done the work, you believe that you have done it, and you believe that, again, believe, done it, and it's concrete and it's got confirmation. And you know it because things have been manifesting. You think it, the good, the bad, and ugly. That's why I say you got to control it. That's why Spirit said you got to become steady. And that's why I say this is an urgent message, because whatever it is that you want to, and it rather is the union of the self and coming together, you got to talk to your divine masculine self. Say, I understand you're hungry for this. Whatever it is your bliss, your mission, or with your person. But you got to say, hey, we got to get this under control. Because again, in my spirit, in my emotions, I got to get steady. Because, sometimes when you want things so bad enough, it causes for disruption in your emotions, and you start, kind of fumbling and messing up things. Because again, the next card here says it's about this here and now, which is being present. So one thing I would say about that, which be able to help you to know, is to stay and give you advice like David gave me. David's soul mission, which is, again, you got to, in order for you to create and manifest things, you got to be in the now. You got to be with the in the now without any expectations and just being, just be. And that's the message that you got to tell your divine masculine self out there. That's that worldly stuff, which is, again, I'm just going to be. Just be. No expectations. And I'm a cold, steady love through everything that I do. I'm anchoring myself. It's almost looking like a life preserver, or anchoring myself in love in everything that I do, to make sure, ensure that this comes together, whether it's union with yourself, union with this actual thing that you want, and union with your actual person. So you got to hold, so divine feminines, hold steady, divine masculines, be hungry like a wolf. But again, remember at all times to have self-control. And that's the things of the two things together in which you need to keep in mind. And so that's what that urgent message that I wanted to bring to you about was that we're getting close. There's 26 here. We got the eclipse. We got this retrograde. Retrograde is going to slow things according down to other people down, but not to look at the retrograde as saying it's bad, but it's going to get very introspective. And that's why I say you got to hold steady. That's why I say those of you all that's on here, thank you. You've got the message. You know what you need to do. You're going to be more ready and more prepared coming forth for what's happening with this eclipse that's coming on the 26th, which is, again, about, I couldn't think of the word, it's optimism, with the Sagittarius thing coming in. It's a full moon and it's the eclipse all at the same time, blood. So again, we're trying to push you into that. But in order for you to really, truly get into true optimism, all that stuff got to come up. And that's why I say you're going to have to hold steady. Steady love. Might be hungry to try to push your way through it. Watch the that drive. That's why it's very important, like they said in the cards, for you to stay in the now. Okay. All right. So that's why I wanted to give you in there, because again, my thing is to give you the keys to union. Hey, Mimi, I'm getting off. So I wanted you to be able to stay in, stay blessed. I was like, I might steal April's thing. She's like, girl, that's not lying. Stay blessed, stay golden. But I do want you to stay into that. So she must be channeling or coming in. So I do want you to be able to do that. Like, that ain't my line at all. Don't forget about the June 6th thing that's coming right around the corner. Tomorrow we are going live on the Playground Experience. Look in the community tab. It's right there for you, where you could go on that channel. That's where we're going. We got a special guest that's going there. He's got a hot and juicy topic. Oh, I almost slipped. I gave the pronoun, if you heard. So the hot and juicy topic that's going to be shared on the playground. So you want to make sure that you're in for that. What else? And don't forget about thank you. The thing contest that I'm having on my thing. Now I know I'm back, because I'm gone. It's like the person that came and channeled left, and now I'm back. And I'm like, what was that talk? You done left me here by myself. What am I talking about? Now I'm back. But yeah, don't forget about my podcast. Go over there to the podcast. Yeah, I am back. Now, I don't know who that left. They left the building. They're gone now. Make sure you go to my podcast and sign in, and make sure that you are following me or either telling me on either the commenting below on this one, or you can hit me up on Divine Unisouls at 11 at gmail.com and tell me also what you have, if you have been listening to me on the podcast. I do 2 on there each week. I'm behind on this one, but I'll put it on there. For each week on my podcast, I'm found on all way, whoever's live streaming is. Apple is in the works. I'm just going to claim it. It's doing fine. We're going to claim it as fine. So I'm not going to keep on throwing out the other stuff. It's fine. It's doing fine. It's in the works for Apple. So make sure that you do listen to me on there too as well. Don't forget about the Patreon for Rays of Sunshine. These talks that I have on there is also found on the Rays of Sunshine as well. We have messages, channel messages that I have classes I put on there, and then also special messages just for those patrons, because I tap into the energies of the group that I have there, and I tell them what's specially tailored made for that group. So if you like that and that makes it more of an intimate setting than just me throwing a wide cast here like here, I would say that, because I believe in transforming people and creating transformational and having transformational experiences that will lead you into union with yourself and your person. Okay. All right, then. I see any comments. What's happening? Gotta start talking about. Yeah, Southern Belle. All right, then. Oh, you listen to, oh, you love the podcast? Oh, that's great. Thank you. Hey, Mimi. You watched Settling for 2.0 last night? Yeah, I got a lot of good stuff. I got some other stuff. Yes. All right, then. So thank you for you all that's hung out in the Sunshine Lounge. That's my Southern Belle, my Mimi, my Charm, my Kelly Belle. All right, then. My Kia, she came in here. So I'm just going to make it quick because it's late. I know it's late for you. It's late for me. So that is it. And I just wanted, I said, I got to get this out. I got to get this out. Spear gave me a headache. Said, I told you to tell him and you didn't tell him. Now I'm going to give you a headache because you ain't thinking. So yes, I'm going to make sure that I am giving you the keys to union. Like I said, I got to back it up. I got to do that message for me. If you're saying steady love, I got to be steady love in everything that I do. All right, then. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Mwah. Love you. And I'll be talking to you real soon. And I'll see you on the playground tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Central Time on the Playground Experience channel. All right, with the special guest with the juicy topic. All right, then. Talk to you. I'll be talking to you real soon. And bye.